This is way too complicated. I'm gonna do this the super easy way because the lowers and stuff, like the only thing that matters is who makes it out, and goes to bracket for day 2. So we'll do this. So this is pool A1, pool A2, pool A3, and pool A4. So we'll do it this way. So 4 teams come out of each pool, right? So pool A1, Vitality is easily going to make it out. I feel Mouse. High seeds for everything. TSM and Space Station. Make it out for pool A2. Or for B1. These are named totally different. I don't know why they need a B1 and stuff when you can just do A, B, C, D for pool. C1 and B1. You can pretty much take high seed on all these. Pool 1, B Energy, obviously. Ooh, EG or Splice. That's actually really difficult. So Energy is going to beat Smiths. They'll also beat EG or Splice, either or. Right now, I would give the benefit of the doubt to EG. No. Yeah, I think EG beats Splice. It depends on how Karma and the rest play. Dig over 303 and Renegades. Wow, there's actually... That means Renegades would probably go here. I think Renegades will qualify through winter semis over Dig right now. But Dig on LAN is always scary, so depending on how this match, it could go either way. Renegades has success internationally, and I do think right now that they'll do better than Dig. So Renegades through, Diggs drops down and is going to beat any of those other teams. Dig will have no issues against Smiths, Splice, 303, or Uncharted. I think those are your 4 teams. Splice might be able to do an upset, but I doubt it. So that's for B. For C pool, FC Barcelona, easily. Peeps. So Peeps drops here to E. Where's E? So Peeps drops here. Do I have like a drawing tool? No. I wish I did. Wait, I do. Bam. So Barcelona goes here and then qualifies. Advanced Gaming is here, right? And then Peeps moves on, drops to winner of E, which is Peeps. This looks awful, but we'll take it. Upper 90 is loser B, so they'll play advance. So U9, I think U9 wins that, goes here. That's the worst U I've ever seen. G2 goes here. Complexity beats Afterthought. Afterthought is loser of D, so AFT goes here. Monkey Business goes here, loses to Afterthought. Afterthought goes here. Peeps moves on. Loser of F will be Complexity versus G2, which is probably going to be Complexity. Actually, Complexity versus G2. G2 wins. So Complexity goes here. Complexity moves on. Peeps moves on. G2 moves on. So Pool C1, Barcelona easily. Peeps, Complexity, and G2. Those are who I've got. What's up, Mustache? Splice without Karma. Oh, yeah. They're playing with Jimmer, so there's no way they make that. That's right. You're 100%. Jimmer subbing in. What's up, Cosmos? How you doing, bud? Say complexity if they're able to stay hot. Yeah, it's really going to come down. So for complexity, like if they play like they did in promotion tournament, without a doubt, I think they're a very, very strong team right now. You can tell that like during their off season and everything that they've been putting in the grind. Greasy, I think, has tasted world championship, and it sucks because he's trying to make his way back and he's struggled. Leaf and I talked about it on the desk pretty well about how he looked relatively far behind the last time we saw him play, but has definitely put in the effort. And that applies Magnus, I think, reality check, and shows that he's still one of the best free agents. And Flakes has really, really come into his own. Cloud9 all the way through. PSG. Rogue. Wait, who's on pink? I forget who's on pink hair. I know those names, though. Oh, yeah, it's Prime Thunder in them. Yeah, they're not going to do well. I hate to break it to those boys, but I doubt there's much upside potential. So, let's see. Icon should beat Jacob and the boys. If they don't, that's a big problem. But Icon, which is CJ and CJ. So that's another international win. Not against an RLCS team, but it's still a win. Jacob is now on RBG. So that might change things, but I still don't think it's enough. I think it's a little bit too convoluted as a team. So Cloud9's for sure in. As for PSG over Rogue, I give it to PSG. I think PSG's got that fight. Especially if Shawset and Farah keep playing the way they are. So PSG moves on. So Cloud9, PSG are your first to clinch. Or yeah, Cloud9, PSG first to clinch. In lowers, it's for pro only. Dang. So loser Bay is Handsome Beavers. Yikes. Loser B is RBG. Loser of C is Nitrox. This is working really well. Don't judge me, chat. And then pink hair fan. Yeah, good enough. They don't matter. They're going to lose. Pink hair fan club will actually win that match over Nitrox. RGB will win that over Handsome Beavers. Dropping down, loser of F will be PSG versus Rogue. So Rogue will drop down. And Rogue versus RBG, Rogue should win. So Rogue will move on. And then loser of E is going to be Icon. So Icon over Pink Hair Fan Club. Icon should win. Should win. There's no reason for them to lose that. But for some reason, CJ does this to me every time. And I don't know why. But Icon should win that. And if they don't, I'm going to be so upset with CJ and Shady and Express. And there's nothing I can do about it. But my predictions, pool-wise, make perfect sense. Like, this is what you expect to happen in those groups, without a doubt. Like, there's no reason that should not happen. And if it does, the world just doesn't make sense. But that's also what happens in Rocket League. Most of the time, things don't make sense. Okay? So that is day one. This is day one pools. And this is Dreamhack Dallas Pro Circuit 2019. This is a title, and because I'm a format nerd, that goes there and goes in the middle and gets a cutesy little underlining. Boom. This one is spaced out. You become bold. And then we move down. And now we're going to repeat this. Now we have bold. Day two groups. This is when things get spicy. All right, day 2 groups. Pool 1. Not what I want. Oop, there we go. Sick. All right, pool 1 groups. Projected, is it as I think? EG, yep. Vitality, Dig Space, Cloud9 Peeps, G2 Rogue. Yep. So I think I have all the projected. I'm just double checking for pool 2 as well. Energy, Mouse, TSM, Ren. No. No, I do have Mouse. Yes. TSM Renegades, Barcelona Icon, PSG Complexity, PSG. Yep. Okay. So everything is as is. People qualify. If people in the bracket predicts as I have, it should be exactly what we have here. So this makes this really easy. So back to your Vitality, the best team in the world, as what most consider, versus EG, a team that just got relegated. I agree. Check mark. Vitality moves on. Dignitas versus Space Station. This is a peculiar one. I don't agree with this. I think Space Station will win that. I think Space Station will win that. Simply because despite Dignitas playing the way they are, and they are trending better, they still have their struggles. Now, I don't know what they're doing to prepare in the meantime. I also don't know what they're going about. Things I do know about Dignitas is they play extremely well on LAN. It's something that they're very, very solid with. It's something that is always dangerous. A lot of us still believe that Turbo is one of the best performing players on LAN, but we haven't seen him play like that level in quite some time, even at LAN. Ironically, though, they did win the last Dreamhack, which totally threw all of our predictions awry when it came to RLCS. So I personally believe that Space Station has played a certain way, and that's been consistent throughout the entire season. I do think they're going to need to step up to win that one convincingly, because no matter what happens, I just can't see them beating Vitality. I think Space Station still has a lot of potential, and maybe we'll see that land. They may fall under the pressure and just fall apart, but Space Station looks very good. There's a reason they got picked up. Bread was also a top 8 team at Dreamhack Leipzig in Germany as well. So I think this will be SSG. Oh my god, this is awful, chat. Is there a way to do this pretty? So SSG, and this is versus Vitality. Okay. So with that said, so EG, which is loser of A, that stays the same. Dignitas drops down to where Space Station, so this should be Dig, not Space Station. The other side of the bracket, I can't do that. I need to leave that on. Cloud9 versus Peeps. That's going to be a fucking hype match. Because Peeps are looking really damn good right now. Cloud9's kind of stuttery. I could actually see Peeps with an upset here. You know what? Fuck it. Peeps. I think Peeps beat Cloud9 there. You know what up, Pop Rocks? How you been, bud? I think Peeps can win that. I'm gonna give it to Peeps. Why the fuck not? So G2 Rogue? G2. Oh yeah. G2 wins that. G2 wins those. Hate to break it to you, Rogue. You're number 4. G2 is number 3. Possibly even number 2 right now. We'll see. I mean, good to hear, man. So I think Peeps win that. All right. So drop it down. Loser of C is Cloud9. This is still EG, if I remember correctly. And then Rogue, which makes for some spicy NA drama right? So EG Dig. Fuck. Chad, I also appreciate you guys bearing with me on this terribly done nonsense. So Dig wins that. EG's gone. Peeps will drop down. I think G2 can take the Peeps. I think their play style works really, really well against them. Something that G2's always done very well is their defense, and I don't think that changes at all. I think it's even gotten better. It's just a matter of where are they gonna interject Rizzo into that roster. I think if they play their gameplay and with the confidence that they'll have going through, I think G2 will do really well. I think it'll be a close match, especially with Peeps feeling hot after the Cloud9 one, because that one's going to be a battle, no doubt. But I think G2 gets the edge. So G2 moves on day 3 no matter what. Vitality definitely moves on. Space Station's going to drop down. So loser of E will be Space Station, which is SSG. And SSG is going to play Cloud9. That loss is a wake-up call. Cloud9 moves on. Cloud9 moves on. Peeps is going to make a hero run. Or just... Ooh. No. Dig lower bracket. Dig lower bracket. You learn. You learn. You don't fuck with history. Unless Peeps is playing really good that day. And then sometimes it doesn't even matter. So, out of that group, a pool 1, we got Vitality, G2, Dig, Cloud9. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Peeps beating G2? No. Nope. Hate to break it to you. Nope. G2 is going to play hyper aggressive, lots of bumps, and Chicago is going to have the LAN of his life. Yeah, Severius, I do agree. I think Peeps could upset. I think Peeps can easily compete in this match and in this match. Or this match. This one could totally go the other way. I think Peeps could definitely beat Dignitas right now. Don't sleep on the Peeps. Oh, I agree with Corelli. Peeps looked freaking great in the promotion tournament. But Dig on LAN is something you cannot forget about. Dig on LAN is disgusting. Also, last time Dreamhack, Dignitas won. I think that is a testament because Dignitas does not look good. They take like 3rd, I think it was at WSOE, 3rd or 4th at WSOE. They win Leipzig. Like, Dig on LAN, boys. Like, I'm just saying, you can't forget about it. I think Chicago's going to do really well, though. I think Chicago's going to be a huge proponent of that series. Make sure you reference back to this video when it happens, all right? Until Turbo gets mad and they start playing insane. I know, man. You don't want to release that, like, inner potential. Dig isn't very good. Tell that to the team that won Leipzig, bro. You never know, man. You never know. And they're starting to get hot towards the end of the season. Like, they kept themselves out of relegation. So, we'll see. But that's what I have for Pool 1. All right? Pool 2. Let's take a look at Pool 2. All right? Pool 2 is also clean. All the projected. So, Energy, I agree. Energy is going to smack Mouse Sports. The worst defense in RLCS. Energy is going to have a field day. I give Renegades over TSM. Definitely have Renegades over TSM. For 2 reasons. Number 1, I have not seen TSM play well in a very long time. I've seen HK. Who's in Renegades? That is the old Chief squad. That is Zen, Torsas, and Kami. It's the old Chiefs name. They got picked up. Renegades have picked up 2 OCE squads now. So, I haven't seen Remco play amazing. I haven't seen Remco play to the standard I expect. Metznars has had his days. Ignite has had his days. Not once since E-League have I seen them play as a team. Renegades is also playing really freaking well right now. Zen is playing some of the best Rocket League he's played. Renegades looks really hot coming in. So, number one reason, TSM not playing well. Haven't seen it. I hope they prove me wrong. I love the TSM squad. Love them so much. I was talking to Metzanars yesterday while he was having his layover. And Energy has notoriously been knocked out by the OCE number 1 seed at RLCS way too many times. And I want to see them play again before RLCS. I need to see it again. I also need to see Energy smack some kids. But this one is going to be really, really exciting. I give it to Energy. I think Energy is our clear number 2 in the world right now. Their level of consistency has gotten to the point that even if someone's playing poorly, they have plans. I think it looks great. Barcelona beats Icon. I agree. So FCB goes here. Wait, I'm going to do this the other way. FCB. It's in the game. You're there. Icon, I hate to break it to you, you drop down. So let's see. Loser of A is Mouse UZ. Icon drops down. I agree. All right. PSG Complexity. Ooh. That's a spicy match. This one comes down to literally how both teams are playing that day, right? If we get 3rd seed PSG, okay. If we get promotion tournament Complexity, I think Complexity's at a pretty good hot streak right now. Oh man, that's tough. This is the match that I say, okay, so we're going to try to think about this one logically because this one's really tough. So if I was on the analyst desk for this, the first thing I'm going to look at is how they played that day. Like, I don't care about who they played. I don't care about what, like, any of that kind of stuff. I'm simply looking at how did this team play together that day. For PSG, is Farah landing his shots? Is Shawset interjecting himself? Is Fruity making sure that he's controlling the field? Are they playing smart? Are they rotating well? Like, are they playing like PSG potential that we've seen before? For Complexity, am I getting the same level of play out of them like I did in the promotion tournament? That's literally what it's going to come down to, is how do they play that day? That's not easy to determine. Because this is they're coming in fresh. Like, I need to see, and by that day I mean how did they play day one? Like, how did Friday go? How did tomorrow's matches go? I honestly believe PSG is just more talented. I give it to PSG as well. I agree with the bracket. I know they're high seed, but I give it to PSG. Which means Complexity drops down. And TSM drops down. So I agree with these. The age-old matchup. Another reason why I want this to happen is because Barcelona plays PSG again. If you guys don't know PSG and Barcelona's history, Barcelona has Bluey on it. Used to play for PSG. Got kicked for being too toxic and blaming his teammates. Picked up Devo, ex-world champion. And this new rookie, if you've heard of him, Alpha, who's really fucking good. Was my second in the running or third in the running for MVP this season. Behind Scrub Killer. I think Scrub Killer was MVP this season personally. In their recent battles, Barcelona has won every single time. In one of them, they went the distance at Valencia. No, at Leipzig. And it had like a 6-minute overtime in like the qualifiers or something like that. For Dreamhack qualifiers. I'm pretty sure these two teams played. And it had a 6-minute overtime. The next time they played, Barcelona smacked PSG. History repeats itself. PSG moves on. Or not PSG. I'm so sorry. FCB. Fucking football clubs, man. Barcelona moves on. Energy moving on as our number 1 seed from Pool 2. And then let's do... Not that. Let's update this. So we've got Energy. FCB. Now, what's crazy about these pools... To me, the 3 teams that have the best chance of winning LAN are Vitality, Energy, and Barcelona. So one of these guys is going to line up against these guys early on. They'll be on opposite ends of the bracket, but they'll run into each other initially. Yeah, I give it to Barcelona. Barcelona, PSG drops down. PSG, though, potential. Lots of potential in that team. So, yep, loser of F. So let me turn this off for projected. So loser of F is PSG. And loser of E is Renegades. I'm curious to see how the Renegade squad plays. That's something to pay attention to. It'll be interesting. I think results for this LAN are going to be pretty cool. And really telling for New Jersey, for Prudential Center. TSM Mouse. Mouse doesn't know what defense is. Go TSM. This could be where TSM gets their confidence back. Right here. I could definitely see TSM like coming in, finally figuring stuff out, and dominating. Because for those that don't remember, TSM qualified through uppers. They need to repeat what they did in Dreamhack qualifiers. In Dreamhack quals, TSM came in and dominated. Like, during qualifiers, they were crazy. So, I need to see that same TSM. And it's definitely possible. TSM has a hard time scoring. That's been their issue. They just haven't had offense. They have the worst defense. Their D is D equals frowny face. With a tier, I guess. So, Mouse's defense is pretty awful. TSM might be able to finally exploit that and get some confidence into their next match against PSG. Someone needs to help. It needs to be a team effort. That team is so reliant on everybody doing their thing. Ignite has to be putting away shots. Metzenaris needs to help support that and relieve. Remco needs to solidify it. We'll see what happens. Icon complexity. Complexity can bounce back. Icon has a hard time against EU International. I don't think it's ever happened. They've beaten Splice internationally, and that's it. They've never beaten a EU International team. I don't think that's going to happen anytime. Because they're not looking in as strong as they did either. They just get in their own heads, I feel. Complexity, I think, is going to bounce back. I could see it. So, Complexity Renegades. Ooh, that's hype. PSG TSM. I like the maturity of both teams. That's tough. TSM and PSG have some of the oldest players in the RLCS. TSM, I think, is the oldest team. I'm pretty sure. Because Remco is getting to that age. Metz is getting to that age. Ignite is older as well. Yeah, TSM's the oldest team. PSG has Fruity, who's pretty old. Farah's up there. But little baby Shawset's pretty young. So, I mean, you're going to talk about a bounce back series. Both teams. Oh, TSM just came off a win. PSG just came off a loss. And that's going to be a rough one. Ooh. Chat, why are these so hard? We're not even on day 3 yet. I have a really hard time giving it to TSM. Only because of what I've seen recently. Qualifiers were too long ago. I have to go with PSG. When it comes to predictions, just use your brain. I'll give it to PSG. They lost 4-1 to Triple Double. And balanced to play the best they've ever played. That's fair. TSM reverse sweep. I just don't see PSG having that reverse sweep issue anymore, man. If it happens, I'm going to fucking laugh. Which is unfortunate because I love all those guys. But I could see it. I definitely could see it. It'll be exciting. Renegades complexity. I think Renegades is a really strong team. Ugh. Renegades is a team that has put a lot of effort into really high mechanical play and infield passing. And Zen basically came in with more mechanics. I do believe Renegades is a top 5 team right now in the world. I can't spell world. I think Renegades is really good. For those that don't get me wrong, complexity is great. Complexity is really good. But watch out for Renegades, man. They've been putting in work. They look really good. Complexity could upset. This is going to be a battle. I think out of all these matches, this one will be the closest. I think out of all the matches in the groups, I think this one will be the closest. I think it'll be a really, really good match. But Renegades. So congrats to them. Third is going to be PSG. Fourth is Renegades. People are sleeping on OC and SAM teams. I don't think anybody's sleeping on SAM teams. I just don't think there's anything to sleep on. As for OCE, I agree. I think people need to respect Renegades. Renegades looks really good. Yeah. I think it'll be a close match. It'll swing hard. I think I agree with that, Adam G. Not just because we share their first name. What's the prize pool attorney? 100K. It's 100,000. Dreamhack tomorrow, Smoking Fish. I'll answer questions tomorrow. Or I'll answer questions after. I'll do Q&A after for y'all. Alright, so that's what I have. These are our groups going through. I wish I could just like take this and move it here. If I did this in sheets. Wait. What's happening, chat? That actually worked out really well. Boop, 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 boop. Look good? Ooh, nope. Nailed it. All right. Take that, and then we'll do this. Day 3 bracket. All right. So clear that. Let's go to day 3. So I got to figure out how to do this again. Pull 2. Actually, let's do it this way. Shit. I just gotta make sure I'm doing seating correctly. So. Groups 1. So I'm looking at groups 2. and I'm gonna move these. So day 2. God, I gotta figure out how to do this again. Shit. Can I not projected this? I can't. Okay. So, Chad, help me with this. My brain's off right now. I've been streaming for too long. I'm trying to remember the easy way to do this. So, day 2 group 1 winner. Nope. So, day 2 group 1 winner should be energy. And then Barcelona. And then group 2 loser. Hold on. PSG. And group 2. Fuck, I messed that up. Day 2, group 2 loser. Day 2, group 2 loser. Oh, that's why. Okay. So group 2 winner. Energy. Fuck. And FCB. Yep. Vitality. And G2. And then the losers. Group 2 loser. Which is PSG. Oof. That hurts. And group 2 loser. Renegades. Group 1 loser. Dig. And Cloud9. My God, those are some brutal groups. Holy shit. All right. I'm going to move these over and make this as clean as possible. So, give me a sec. What's the word I'm looking for? That's generator. That's the word I wanted. Single limb, blah, blah, blah. So, vitality, energy, G2, FCB, energy, G2, FCB, PSG, Renegades, Dig, Cloud9. I don't know if that's right. Nope, that's not right. Fuck. Cloud9 needs to go where PSG is. PSG, Cloud9. I fucked that so hard. Guys, I'm terrible at this. Fuck it. I tried to be fancy, and I just screwed it up. I'm going to do it the same way I did it every time. Ugh. Vitality. PSG. That's why you let Gibbs do this shit for you. G2. Renegades. Energy. Dig. It's a 6. A really bad 6. F. C. B. C. 9. Okay. Chat, we did it. Not well, but we did it. Go away. Alright, nailed it. Whew. Chad, you believe in me? Dude, NEG is my favorite team. Alright, top 8. This is going to be tough. I hate to do this oh, shit. Yeah, you right. Chat, look at you using your brains. I'm so proud of you. Plus, probably makes it easier for you guys to see. So, worth it. Yeah. Chat, never let any streamer tell you that they don't care about your opinion. All right. You guys are crushing it. Speaking of, appreciate you guys being here. Hope you guys are having a good time. All right. Vitality PSG. I think that's an obvi. Gotta give it to Vitality. Vitality has had PSG's number for a while now. In their last match, it did not go well. G2 Renegades. I'm going to do the ones I do know. Sorry, Dig. I don't care how hot you're looking right now. Energy, I think, is a clear second best team in the world right now. I think Energy has done something with their level of play that cannot be mistaken. I also believe that FCB is just a better version of Cloud9 right now. They're a little bit more chaotic, a little bit less predictable, but more consistent, surprisingly enough, despite having Torment. I think FCB beats Cloud9. That one, though, expect a lot of back and forth. There's going to be some trading of matches in there. But I give it to Barcelona. I agree. It could go either way, but I give it to Barcelona right now. I think Barcelona's the better team. G2 Renegades. God, I would love to see Renegades there. So this one's tough for me.
Lawler, shut up.
I was trying. I'm from OC and can't see energy or RNG beating G2. All right, I appreciate that. So, honestly, I don't know. I can't say I've watched enough of Renegades yet. I'll be spending next week doing that for VOD review for work purposes. I just haven't seen enough from them to know legitimately if they can win. As for G2, I think they're still a good team. Do I think they're top 4? Honestly, no. I could see other teams ahead of them. These 3 for sure. Maybe not. Is there other teams I think that are better than G? I mean, I could see Cloud9 being up there. I could see Space Station being an upset for them too. I have to go with G2. I just don't know. I think Chicago's going to have a really good. I think this one's going to be another issue with Renegades. They haven't been able to push past top 4. Well, they've been top 4 once, but then they had the roster change and we saw differences. But
shut up.
I can't see it. This one could go interestingly. I think this one could be very, very interesting. Expect the boys to pipe it up. Right? The idea of people thinking that a team could be better than Energy right now is something that I don't quite think should be a thing. Like, Energy are really flipping good. Yes, Vitality is good, but I don't think they can beat Energy consistently. Like, Energy are really good. So, Mustache, I'll answer this after, but I agree under certain circumstances. Okay? I will say, subtly, I think the new format really benefits Energy. And I'll get to that at the very end. And it'll show
Lawler,
here.
Shut up.
So, G2 Vitality. Vitality is just the better team. They're faster, more mechanically gifted. Defense is better. Like, Vitality is just a better team. Energy over FCB. I am really curious on how this will play out if we get to see it. I am very, very interested to see how well these guys can hold off. Energy is a team that focuses on the high percentage play, but then they get the benefit of the doubt with the creativity of Justin and Garrett. The fact that Garrett I just didn't do anything there. GARRETTG. Garrett has been the least talked about player on that team this season. Part of that's due to me pushing Fireburner as much as I have and talking about his situation. The fact that he's the least talked about, I think, shows how dangerous. I think they are the most complete team. I agree with that statement 100%, Ezio. I think they're great on offense. I think they're fantastic on defense. They've got solid creativity. They've got a backup plan for every single play. Positioning has been really solid. Like, as an overall team, I do give it to NRG 9 out of 10 times. We saw NRG already play Cloud9 under pressure. There was an 11-minute, 12-second overtime when Cloud9 took, I think it was like 7 shots or something in the course of like 45 seconds. And all of NRG was under 33 boost based upon demos and the small boost pads that are in front of the net, right? And they survived that. I want to see if they can survive it against a better performing Cloud9, which I think is Barcelona right now. I think Barcelona is pretty much a better Cloud9 currently. I'm just curious to see on how that plays out. I'm so interested to see how that plays. I want to see this matchup more than anything, because to me this is going to be the battle for third place. Like, that doesn't sound right. I feel whoever, like, if these guys run into each other in the bracket, because these two won't based on seeding, if these two run into each other at LAN, whoever wins this match wins the whole thing. I honestly believe that. Fuck. Right now, I believe their consistency is unmatched. As Ezio said in chat, they are the most together team that we've ever seen. Even more than the dynasty that was Dignitas. This looks like a better Season 4, Season 5 Dignitas. And you can quote me on that.
Lawler, shut up.
To put in perspective how good Energy is playing right now, they legitimately look like a better Season 4, Season 5 Dignitas. And not just because the game's evolved and players have gotten faster and whatever. Just simply as an all-around team. So, gotta give it to Energy. Energy versus Vitality. So this is the point that I was going to make to Mustache. So, when it comes to this format, something that I think Energy struggles with is putting together a full day after they lose. They get up to a point where they're stellar, and then they struggle. And the fact that there's no bracket reset, I think really benefits Energy. Like, really benefits Energy. At least with this team. I feel like if a team finds a way to beat Energy, then they're done. They either win everything or they lose and they're done. I just don't see that happening initially. And I feel this also applies to New Jersey. And you'll see a very similar bracket for me, I think, for New Jersey. Energy right now is a team that, with their level of play, which we just talked about,
Lawler, shut up.
I just can't see them losing. The only time I do is if they drop early. If there was bracket resets, say this has another lower bracket, right? And Vitality beats them. They drop down. They play again. Vitality wins out. Yes, CG, it is. I don't see flaws in their team. I still see a couple double commits. I still see a couple times where there's hesitation based upon who's doing what. the creativity and the consistency with it between scrub ceiling passes and stuff like that, these guys can do as well. Their defense, scrub is fucking great. Best defender we've seen in a while. I think he's probably the best defender in the world. The difference is Justin does that, but then air dribbles it to midfield while buying time for his teammates. And he'll do that with less than 40 boost. K-Dop is the best striker in the world. Most prolific player in the world. Has the most success out of any player in the world. The guy has won 5 regional championships in a row in what is arguably the harder region, despite a roster change. Garrett's pretty fucking consistent too. Guy can shoot really damn well. Ferry is a little bit of a question mark sometimes. I think he's back to form. I think the way he's playing right now is a little bit better. I just don't feel it's natural to him. To me, Ferry is a person who scores. But he's trying to step back so these two can do that. And under pressure, which energy will give plenty of, I could see this being a breaking point. Personally, I could see that being an issue. This man doesn't fuck up. And when he has, he's been supported very, very easily by Justin. Because if he does mess up, it's glaring. It's a mistouch. He's the one rotating in a little bit late just to make sure that he's there to tie it all together. But I have more faith in this than I do in this under pressure. Personally. He gets very emotional when things are not going his way. Energy loves to make that a thing. I've seen Energy look like they're going to lose multiple games because they're playing their game and still come out on top every time. With all that said, I can't press Control Z fast enough. I should just get out the eraser. With all that said, I think your Dreamhack Dallas winners are Energy. I really do. I think it's hard to argue. I think the format benefits them. I think their bracket is pretty straightforward. Their hardest match is going to be this one, for sure. I think that's the only time you're going to see them have to fight for it. I think Barcelona could upset. I don't think G2 has a chance against Vitality. I think Vitality is just going to be too good. I think K-Dop's going to be too much for G2. He's such a nuisance to play against. I think this only goes in Energy's favor if Cloud9 wins. If Cloud9 wins this, that is a big boy. Say we flip these, right? Oh my god. I'm so sorry. Just talking all the options here. Say we flip these. Cloud9, they win. Yeah, no doubt. Right? Like, no chance Cloud9 beats Energy right now. I think you have to give it to Energy. I really do. I look at this side of the bracket. I think Vitality's got it pretty straightforward. I think Vitality moves through that pretty easily. This has a lot of competition. I think Cloud9 always has potential. Barcelona always has potential. Dignitas always has potential. Energy is a rock. This bracket is going to be the biggest upset central, I believe. I think Dignitas could easily surprise people. They always have that potential, especially on LAN. We saw them win the last one. I think the lower half of that bracket is ridiculous. I do agree Complexity is a dark horse. I think Peeps, also a dark horse. So, final thoughts. Vitality's got the easier side of the bracket, in my opinion. But don't count out any of those teams. I think Renegades is definitely being slept on. G2 always has potential with that new roster. I think Chicago showed how dangerous he can be. Dude, no one wants to go to your Twitch. I promise you. There's a reason why you have 0 followers, all right? I commend the effort, though. So, notes. Vitality, I think, is the easier side of the bracket, but you can't count out. I think G2 Chicago's proven that he's definitely worth it. Renegades, also, don't sleep on them. They look really good. Zen has really come into his own since WSOE. Don't count WSOE as a proving ground for them. I think they've come a long way. Dignitas, I think, is going to upset early in pools. I think they're going to do things that people don't expect because it is LAN, and that's what Turbo does. You can't count out Dignitas on LAN, even with their rough performance. I think PSG will be interesting. I'm curious to see on how Shawset and Farah step up. I think Fruity will be fine, but Shawset usually does pretty well on LAN. It'll be a really exciting match. FCB, Cloud9 can go either way. I just think that FCB is playing better than Cloud9. Although I hope that Cloud9 realized that them losing is a wake-up call. They've been very complacent, in my opinion. My two dark horses, Complexity, for sure, and Peeps. As Curly said, don't sleep on the Peeps. Complexity's got a new engine, and his name is Flakes, and they look fucking great. Sound good? With that said, I open up to your guys' questions. What questions you guys got? Hit me with them. I'm going to go over this screen. What kind of questions do you guys have? I'm going to turn on some music. Actually, no, I'm not, because then I can throw this stuff in the video for y'all. Any questions? What do you guys want to know? Pull you guys up here. We'll do this for a couple of minutes. We've been live for almost 5 hours, so. When is the official announcement of Lawler's Complexity's new interim coach? When Complexity flies me out and I have a drink in my hand. Do you put milk in before your cereal or after? After. Duh. Have a good weekend, dude. I'll see you again on Monday. Hey, appreciate it, Savarius. Have a good weekend, bud. If Rizzo goes on offensive and Chicago and JNAPs go insane, is it possible for G2 to take the tourney? Of course. Any of those teams that I have in the top, like the top 4, top 8, have potential to win it all. How much of an effect do you think fatigue will be for players who arrived today from EU OCE? I don't think it'll be an issue. A lot of those guys, traveling from east to west is a lot easier. OCE, I know, is getting there earlier. I know a couple of them are still getting. For OCE, they're going to see a little bit more because they have like 28 hours of travel roughly. 20, or like, it's like 18 hours of travel or something ridiculous. I know it's a lot. But traveling east to west isn't bad because when you leave, it's like 4 in the afternoon. And when you arrive, it's 6 hours earlier. So out of an 8-hour flight, roughly, you're talking you leave at 4, you land at 6 p.m. You just go to bed when you get there and you're fine. Going east to west is not bad. It's really not. And I've done it 3 times now. So I don't mind it. You'll sleep good that night. You'll actually be really well rested. The difficulty is a lot of people oversleep, and that can be a problem. You need to make sure you wake yourself up. You don't hit that extra cycle of REM. Otherwise, bad things happen. What if C9 hit their previous RLCS form? Like I said, any of those teams that are in that area, in that bracket, have potential to take it. Who do you think would make the ultimate team? I say Justin, Garrett, and Scrub. I say Justin, K-Dop. Yeah, Justin, K-Dop, Scrub. Justin, K-Dop, Scrub. Justin can flex with Garrett. I mean, pretty much take players from Vitality and Energy. But right now, I wouldn't change anything. The only thing you can make better on Energy is if you add Scrub instead of Fire. I love Fire to death. I think Fire's playing the best he's ever played in his entire career. How have I been peeing lately? Good coloring, good stream flow. Yep, things all checked out. Things are working great. I will say I need to drink a little bit more water. I've been a little dehydrated because it's very, 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 very humid here. Drink water, everybody. If you guys don't know, if your pee is ever a dark yellow or a lightish yellow or has a yellow hint or hue in any way, it means you're dehydrated. Drink water. Rizzo needs to get more offensive. I really like G2 when Rizzo is on offense. I think when he is on offense, he's creative. He likes to demo. Opens up a lot of opportunities. Which big team is under the most pressure? TSM. I think TSM. They have a lot to prove right now. Chicago said G2 were playing at their peak in scrims yesterday. So do you think they have a chance against Vitality if they're playing well? I think scrims don't mean shit. Scrims are a place where teams try things, but then they never implement them in games.
Lawler, shut up.
I don't think scrims mean anything. I think they show the potential of a team, but I don't think they translate on field. Prime example is CLG. CLG was shitting on kids because they played with no remorse. They don't play with any consequence, which means they go for things they shouldn't. But when it actually is game time and there's pressure on the line, there's a lot of factors coming in, they didn't do shit. The only team they beat was Cloud9. And, like, even that was like, oh, okay. Yo, what up, Astro? How you doing, bud? What time does it start tomorrow? No idea. Probably noon or 10, I assume. I just flipped my schedule here like a week beforehand when I went to Paris. How was that? My little brother bullies me because I don't know who's in what team. I don't know the rosters. Well, Control Force, if you need help, ask away, bud. I'm here to answer questions. Fire's better than Rizzo IMO. I'd agree to that. I think Fire is a better pickup than Rizzo right now. Who do you like watching most out of the pros? Any team that is performing well. High-level Rocket League is extremely enjoyable to watch. As someone who watches it at a very intricate level, I love watching high-level Rocket League. I don't care who's playing. Who's in TSM? Metzenaris, Ignite, and Remco. Oldest roster in Rocket League right now, age-wise. Have you played Splitgate? Yes, I actually almost competed in Twitch Rivals on Tuesday for Splitgate. I'm glad I didn't, because Dizzy would have wiped the floor with us. If you're talking streamers, who's my favorite streamer to watch? I really like Justin. That boy wears his emotions on his sleeve. K-Dop's really fun, even though I don't understand any of it. Jesse's always a hoot. What streamers? I don't really watch streamers. I pop in to say what's up. Fruity's a great streamer. If you guys don't watch Fruity's streams, he streams early in the morning. Watch them. They're great. How do you go from Champ 1 to Champ 2, then Champ 2 to Champ 3? By winning games. When you win matches, you earn points, and these points eventually accumulate and give you what's called an MMR, or your matchmaking rating. And the more points you have, the higher rank you are. As a more solidified answer, the big jumps between each rank is a couple things. Number one, speed, how fast you play. And not only how fast you play, but how consistent you play at that speed. It's one thing to play very quickly and get to the ball. It's another thing to keep that play at that level while also doing something significant with it. I can play super quick and touch the ball, but if it doesn't go to the right place, like downfield, and it just centers for the other team, it's kind of irrelevant. So big things, play faster, make sure that you're getting to the ball before the other team. making sure you're making less mistakes, and when you do touch the ball, it's significant. Make sure you're passing to the other teammates. Make sure you're hitting it into open space if you have to dump it. Make sure when you do make it clear, it's a good clear. It doesn't just go softly. A lot of those things come with the generic answer, time. You have to play. No game you have played before is like the mechanics of Rocket League. So you need to put it into practice. Keep possession. Yes. If you aren't being challenged by anybody on the other team, why are you just hitting it to them? You're giving away possession. Stuff like that. Spatial awareness is big. Thoughts on Space Station? I think they're great. I think they have potential to break into the top 4 of North America. I think they look really good. I originally was skeptical because I didn't think their playstyle would work, but they do it really well and have made it their own. And that's what a lot of Rocket League is finding a way to control the pace and play your playstyle. And if you look at Energy doesn't falter or change their playstyle for anybody. They play their game, and even if the games are close, they still win. I think Space Station has done a really good job of coming in and solidifying their playstyle and how they want to play. Glaring mistakes here and there, but they're still good. Which player on TSM is on the chopping block? Probably Remco. Possibly even Ignite. But we'll see how they develop. Hopefully Jake's got some tricks up his sleeve. What will I do when RLCS eventually dies? How do you see yourself in the future? That's a heavy question. I've always enjoyed helping people. Even when I was younger, I've always enjoyed teaching and encouraging, and I've already partially started that. I would love to do public motivational speaking. I already go to local schools and colleges and talk as a motivational speaker to younger kids about what I do, believing in doing things and putting effort into what you're passionate about, no matter what people say, and stuff like that. I would love to run like a nonprofit or something to that extent. I also would love to be a content creator. I think it's a very stressful job. As I have friends that are content creators, but I also like the freedom of it. So it's a weird balance.
It is ooh la la Lawler.
Yo, Dust, appreciate the sub, man. Thanks for the 3-month resub. Enjoy the new badge, bud. Also, if you guys haven't already, ! Discord in the chat. Feel free to join the community. But Dust, appreciate the resub. What time does Dreamhack start tomorrow? I don't know. What's up, Unfortunate? How you doing, man? Cloud9 or G2? Currently G2. Normally Cloud9. 3 non-RLCS teams will make it out of day 1. Who do you think that will be, assuming RLCS teams make it through? That's tough because I originally would have said other things, but now they're in the RLCS, so I don't know. I mean, I can tell you, Skylar, I don't think we'll see any major upsets. I do think that Dignitas could be a big upset because they are not seeded well. Peeps and Complexity. Watch those 3 teams. Don't forget about Renegades either. If I had to pick 4, Renegades, Complexity, the other 2 I said. Peeps and Dig. Dig, Peeps, Complexity, other team. Renegades. Dig, Peeps, Renegades. I keep saying them in different orders, and it's just getting more and more difficult. Those 4 teams that I just stated numerous times in different orders. Watch for them. I don't think we're going to see any major upsets, though. I just don't think it's... There's too much talent there. Thoughts on the current state of Space Station? Already answered that. I'm excited to see where they go, though. When you hit the ball, hit it hard. Yeah. None of this, what we called in soccer practice, pussyfooting. You gotta put power on it. Get it downfield. Don't dump it, and then all of a sudden it like lands barely past half field. Launch it downfield. How do you think G2 will do at LAN? Where did I have them? They're definitely going day 3. They'll lose to Vitality. I think I have. Or no. Yeah, they lose to Vitality in winter quarters. So, yeah. Semifinals. They'll be up there. I think they'll beat Renegades and then lose to Vitality. I do not know Merv. Nope. What's Drippay going to do? Hopefully stick with EG and grind it out in RLRS. I want to see them re-promote. If they don't, I could see him getting picked up by, like, Ghost. I could see Ghost making a roster change for Drippay. I could also see Drippay and Splice combining forces, possibly. How do you feel about Peeps? I think Peeps are fucking great, and their recent runs have been fantastic. The way that Peeps is playing right now is great. I think they're trending in the right way. Based upon Dreamhack performance, beating 5 RLCS teams, and then they come into the promotion tournament and play the way they do. I think they've got quite a bit of confidence, and that's a good thing. As long as when it catches up to them, it could be a problem. But yeah, Peeps look great. Valencia quals were fantastic, dude. I think the Peeps look really, really good right now. I do, like I said, Thumb. Is it Thumb? I don't know. I'll call you Valiant. But I think Peeps, like I said, dark horse. The two biggest dark horses, Complexity and Peeps. Do not forget about them. Where do you see Rocket League in the future? As the gap, if handled correctly, Rocket League has the potential to be the largest esport in the world. And I honestly believe that. It could be the game that bridges between traditional and non-traditional sports. Icon versus RBG matchup. Icon should win that. Although RBG has Jacob now, so we'll see. I said champ win the season, but I've realized my aerial car control isn't as good as my competition. Any tips for aerial control? Training packs, dude. Training packs, or go do the obstacle courses from the workshop. If you have PC, go to the workshop, download the obstacle course maps, which will help you with aerial control, and put it into practice. And I also only use free roll. I do not use left and right. A lot of people will also not use left and right. They will only use a specific one. But for you, put it into practice. I think the easiest way, my recommendation for you, Bandit, is before you start playing every single day, take time and complete a obstacle course in the workshop if you can. Every time before you play for the day or jump into casuals, do that. Do you see EG making a roster move? I could, and I just kind of talked about that. I could see Drippay moving elsewhere, or someone trying to pick him up back into the RLCS. I could see him moving to Ghost, and then who knows what happened. I could see something changing. What exactly, I don't know. There is a couple players that are up and coming. I think they're still a little too young, but we'll see what happens. Appreciate the bits, Bandit. You're a good dude. Thanks, Benjamin. Target was banned from chat. Can you tell me why mods banned him? Can you unban him if he did nothing wrong? What is Target's name? In full. He probably oh yeah, he self-promoted his Twitch. It's like the one rule I have in here. Be nice and don't self-promote. I also gave him shit for it too, I think. I think that's the Target you're thinking about. Anybody else think Method could make a deep run? I think there's potential, but I think they have a lot of roadblocks. So who do I have winning? Energy. Energy versus Vitality. I think the single elim benefits Energy. Didn't have time for a few weeks now. Do you still do analysis on Wednesdays? I do. Only during the off season though. I can tell you right now we are going to be revamping the off-season schedule. I have some really exciting stuff coming. Weekends are going to have some pretty dope things going on. Wednesdays will be VOD review, and then a couple other things in between that I've planned. I really want to use my vacation to go to LAN. Do it, man. I'm telling you right now. Do it. Let me play the video that's on the subreddit.
LAN, what do you mean? Oh, how would I promote LAN? Okay, because I'm not on the RLCS right now, what I would say is go to fucking LAN. Dude, if you're not at fucking LAN, you're missing out. Watching on stream, yeah, it's hype as shit. But at LAN, dude, I can't even explain it. When you're there, the energy is so raw. It's like going to your favorite band's concert and just jumping in the mosh pit or like jumping around and singing as hard as you possibly can. That's LAN, dude. You need to go fucking LAN, dude. Like, everybody that is there to celebrate. That's what Lawler said. Everybody's there to celebrate the same thing, man. We're all there to watch some dank-ass flip resets. Right? Like, that's what we're there for. Go to LAN. Go to frickin' LAN, and you get to hang out with all your friends. These are all your friends online, man. We're all there, too. We just chill out. We're out in the lobby and stuff, just chilling. Like that. It's the sickest LAN.
Go to LAN. He said it well. That's just Leaf being a dork. But I agree. His sentiment is true. If you can go to LAN, do it. It's some of the best memories you'll ever have. Can you restart? I just rejoined. Yeah, go to the top over here, click video, and then click it, and then go back. And then it restarts. Who are the mods for the stream? They exist.
Lawler, shut up.
But don't worry about it. Also, Ray, I see you lurking. What's up, buddy? If Peeps and Birds and Bees are so good, they're going to crash RLCS. It'll be interesting, man. I think Peeps are better than Birds and Bees. But it'll be interesting to see how that works out. When people like myself are in school and you're a guy and you have to scratch your nuts, how do you do it without people knowing? Wear a long shirt or a hoodie and make sure that it is covering said region. There's no real discreet way to do it. The professional way, go to the bathroom if it's that big of a problem. Which teams are the equivalent for the other region? That's really tough to do.
Shut up.
That's really complicated to do because I don't think they translate like that. There's some familiarity like Barcelona and Cloud9 and stuff like that, but for the most part, teams are finally starting to have identities. It's pretty cool. I could see that, Deagle. Drippe moves to Ghost, and then they get picked up by EG. I could see that. Who would leave Ghost? Probably Arsenal. Oh, yeah. Omega. I was pretty rude about that. My bad. All over it. Do you think RLCS will expand to more teams? I fucking hope not. I don't think there's a reason to expand to... Anybody who thinks expanding to 10 teams is a good idea has no idea what's going on. It's a terrible idea. The only people like in the pro scene that think that should expand to 10 teams are teams that would be in if there was 10 teams. Like there's certain like RLRS players that are like, yeah, we should definitely have 10 teams. Like, how do we not? These teams are competitive, blah, blah, blah. It's like, that doesn't mean we should expand. Anyway, what's up, Silent Fusion? How you doing, man? How do you deal with trash teammates? Focus on the fact that you can always play better. You can't control what your teammates do, but you can control what you do. So if you have a teammate that's playing poorly, make sure you're in a position to make up for those mistakes. That's the first way I think about it. If I have a teammate that nonstop keeps whiffing, then I need to be in a position to make sure that when he does, I'm in... Oh, I'm in Illusion. Sorry, Arsenal played for them in Dreamhack. I'm in Illusion. My bad, guys. Believe in your teammate. Always remember it's garbage can, not garbage can. That's pretty good. That's really funny. Kitch, I think before anything goes awry there, I think it'll be Fairy. I think when they're under pressure, I talked about that in the predictions. I just want safer spots for orgs, to be honest. Don't know how to go about that, though. So Prismatic, the way that I would do it, so to kind of give my thoughts, and we'll end on this. For RLCS, I don't think we should expand to 10 teams. I don't think that's the right way. I think teams need to play each other more first before we expand. I think we need a double elimination round robin as compared to otherwise, right? Simply because when these teams play each other, the results are very close. The difficulty, though, is they only base it off of one instance. There's no prior thing. The only time we get to see them play each other otherwise is through majors like Dreamhack or WSOE or Ely or, whatever. But imagine that Cloud9 and Energy played each other twice every season. Like, the outcomes could be entirely different. So I think before anything, there's two things we need to do. I think qualifying matches for things like getting into the RLCS, so promotion tournament, things like going to LAN, need to be on a LAN client. I don't think those matches should be played online. Logistically, it's extremely expensive, but I think it is most definitely worth it. I think that's number one priority. Second thing is expanding how many times these guys play each other in a season. I think that's also more important than adding more teams. You want to see what teams are the best? That's the way to do it. And this is going to mean format changes and everything else, but as an overall picture, I think it's extremely important that we have these teams play each other more than once throughout the season. The other thing to combat what you talk about when it comes to keeping orgs and all that kind of stuff, I think what you do is you expand the rival series. I think rival series should have 10 teams, not 8. I think they should utilize the B stream now that they have that and they're able to show more matches. I think that you keep 6 teams instead of 4. And you make those mean more. The whole point of rival series is to find new talent and let them develop, because look at what it's done. It's clearly successful. You look at Justin, you look at Flakes, you look at Ignite, you look at a lot of these players that have come from the rival series, which we've only had since season 4, and look at how they promote into the RLCS. You take the star-studded players, they promote up, and things happen. Because no offense, if those other players were worth bringing up, they would get brought up. Chicago is another example. Players that have dominant performances, they are leagues ahead of everybody else in their competition, and then they're successful when it comes to the RLCS. Some teams do stick together. I think Complexity is a prime example of what can happen when you have chemistry and hard work and dedication. You can also promote, but it also breeds good talent. So, Ezio, I totally agree. I think Flix has been fantastic. The other player that nobody seems to talk about for some reason is Flame. Flame's fucking disgusting. He's so good. And yet, he's still not picked up as a free agent. I don't know why. That boy should... If that guy is not in RLCS next season, what is going on? He's so good. He played with Secret, they demote, and then where did he go? Every single week I'm like, dude, why is Flame not in here? He's so good. I don't know. Flame, if you see this, let me know. I will advocate for you. I will be your own cheerleader and be like, yo, pick up Flame.